Hi friends, I'm back with our haunted journal and I'm showing you another picture of this awesome kit. So it's been a little bit, but I'm back and today I'm going to show you the signature I put in and a few ideas I have for it. Now let me just make this screen a little bit smaller there so we can get in here. Okay, great. I'm just going to move that a little. So I hope everyone's doing well. I am. I have some free time, so it was time for me to get going on this journal because I have so much more I want to do. So as you can see, it was sewn in to this quarter or this half-inch spine here between the first left side of the cover, right? And so we're going to work on, I'm going to show you what I did here and do a couple little decorations for time. Then I think the next video I will show you what we're going to put in the other section, this the interactive folio part that I'm going to put in here. And then we'll go back to working, we'll work back and forth on things to put in it. But I wanted to show you this part first. So I have about 14 pages here, and there's nothing in it yet. So as you can see, there is room to grow. You would just have to decide how many pages you want to put in. I just thought 14 worked so far. It seems to be okay, because, yeah. So what I did was I just had a piece of vintage music sheet, and I folded it with the fold on the top here, and I thought we might just put some lace and make this an uptuck here, and then I thought it'd be fun to do something on the front of this. So I liked having the music pages first, and then this page here on this side, this was one of Tracy's Fox Creep on June from last year, one of her part of the digital kit, so I like that. Printed it on the back of this page of Amy's kit. And then this here, I have some pages of what I did was just put some black soot and Distress ink, the Tim Holtz Distress Scorched Timber and black soot on the plastic, spritzed it with water and dipped my 28-pound paper in it, front and back. And so that's a real nice, fun way to do your own version of dyed paper if you aren't able to get any dyed paper. And I did that on both sides. This is a digital collection I've had for a while. I'll have to look it up and see what it is, but I think it was called Dark and Stormy, and it's just a bunch of hand-dyed splattered paper type thing, but it works well in Halloween journals. And then here's part of a page. So I was thinking I might just glue this here and make it a tuck. I'm not sure yet, but that's the option we have there. And then this page here is part of another page. I cut that shorter because I wanted to use this, and this page is from Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah, one of her digitals that she had a couple of years ago put out, but it prints with the white border. I can't get it. I usually can print borderless. I usually always print borderless, but sometimes some of the UK kits I'm not able to, so that's okay. I cut it off. It's not a big deal. I don't mind uneven pages, and I think it's just more interesting. And here's a side here, and I kind of liked how the red picked up the red, the reddish orange in here. And then this is also a Tracy Fox Creep on June last year page. This one here. Here's more of the Dark and Stormy page. Another digital from Amy. Here's one of my ones I did with the smushing of the inks here. And then another awesome page here of the digital kit. This here is from Tracy's new Creep on June kit, this wallpaper look here. And then more of Amy's awesome kit. This is, is this? I think this is also from Tracy's new Creep on June, this one here. And this is Amy's awesome kit. And you know what I'm putting on here. I mean, can you guess what I'm putting on here? Look at this page. I mean, when I seen it, and I know what I'm putting there. So see if you can guess what I'm thinking. Just check the page, see what's happening here. Okay, let me know if you know. And then, I hated to split the count in half. I was originally going to put him in the middle because that would make sense, so you could see the whole thing. But I split him because I have an idea that's even going to be better in the middle. Okay, so hold on. Here's more of my dyed paper myself. This, I believe, is Tracy's new Creep on June background. Oh gosh, I hope if it's Amy's, but I think it is. It's Tracy's, yeah. And then here's the middle. Okay, so I know it's not as exciting as the Count walking towards his home, but hold everything, and I just use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch on here. So, okay, and there's the other side of that. Here's the other side of the Count. Here's one of Amy's beautiful pages with the leaves. And I love this with the moon and the bats and some tombstones there. Here's the other side of the house, her kit. More of my smush pages, more of the house. Oh, I can't wait to show you what I'm going to do here. Sometimes it comes to you real fast, right? When you see a page, you know exactly what you want to do. And sometimes I just going to mull it over because I want to make something really cool. I don't want to just hurry. I'm enjoying this process. I don't want to rush through it, okay? So here's this side of that. I love this with the spider web window and this. Oh, this is so cool. Love that. And then this was the other page. Remember here, here's the part here. I left that here because I thought I could always glue that and make this a tuck, which we might. But then here's the rest of the page. And what I liked about it is I wanted to showcase this here. And by folding this over where the chair is, I thought we could make this side a tuck. And gosh, we could do something cool over here, I'll tell you. And then here's that, and then the other side of this. So 14 pages. 14 times 4 is 56. So that's a pretty good size journal in this section right here. I don't know if I'd go any bigger than that. So yeah, depends what you're going to put in it too. If you're going to make a lot of ephemera, you might want to narrow it down to 10 pages, but if you're going to leave some for, these pages in Amy's kit, they're so visually striking that all you have to do is add an image or so, and I mean, I'm not covering these up, they're beautiful, so I think we'll do fine in here. Okay, so I want to show you the best part so far, or at least I think it's the best part of this. So in the middle, remember I wanted to do the count, but I did this one instead, okay? And the reason I wanted to do this instead is, remember I'm calling this an interactive journal, so it has to have some interactive things in it. So I wanted to do a pop-up. Now, I haven't done a pop-up page in like a long time. I kind of looked around you could look it up and find out how to do it, but I kind of remembered in my head. So this is what we're going to do. So if you want to do a pop-up page, I printed out the page with the house. I printed it out on the light cardstock, not just the 28-pound paper. We need it to be a light cardstock so it has some substance to it, okay? I printed it out, not full size. I printed it about on the 8x10. I was able to pick 8x10 size instead of full size page. But the thing is, you don't want to, like, this is 8.5, right? Your normal journal page is 8.5. So you don't want it to be as tall as the 8.5 because we have to allow for when it folds, if that makes sense. So you might have to play around to print it, but I can tell you that cutting out the house ended up being, and there was a little piece up here that I just trimmed right off because we didn't need it. So from the tip here to the bottom here, that is like 7¼ tall for me, 7¼ and then as wide, it's almost as wide as the pages opened up, maybe half an inch less, a scant half an inch less on both sides. So you can just kind of take your page, print it out, and then kind of lay it on here and pencil mark where there's like a ½ inch on each side that you'll cut off. And then you don't want to cut any of this off, obviously. So you're going to trim from the bottom up to make it, what did I say? It's going to be like 7¼ inches. Can't go any bigger than that. That's about as big as I think we can go on that. So, and then what I did was I just kind of trimmed around here and then got to the house and then came back and trimmed around here. Okay, you see how I did that? So what I did was you have to make a score, a fold line at the bottom. And you know what, it's like, I made it 5/8. 5/8 I made it. I don't know why, I just did. I can't tell you why. But anyway, I made a score line across the bottom. After I made sure it was 7¼ tall from the tallest part to the bottom and cut off the bottom. And I don't know why, but anyway, it's 5/8. I scored 5/8 and I folded it back like that, okay? So then that's our fold there. And then what I did was I made a score down the middle of the house, kind of just folded it in half. It's not exactly in half, as you can see. I guess I wanted to decide where I wanted that fold. Somewhere in the middle, okay? I scored it down there. And then what I did was I cut a V out. I left it folded like this, and I cut a V to that score line. So it looks like this. And I think most of you, if you've ever made a pop-up, you probably know where I'm going with this. But if not, it is easy. It's, a little figuring out, but it is easy. So then, once you have this done, and I hope I don't shake the camera because I'm moving this way. Okay, we have the middle here. What you want to do is this middle here has to line up with the middle of the page here, okay? It can't be over to a side. It can't be over there for this one here. And you want to, can you see? I wanted to put it not past this. These fold over pieces are going to be glued down here with this crease centered on the middle of the page here. So you can go as far as right up to the edge of the page, and that's going to work, okay? So what I did, and it took a minute. So take a pencil, make sure the middle, oh, I'm hitting it with my head, sorry. I'm trying to lean over here, but you can see maybe. What I did was I put the paper up to the edge of the page until I got the crease of the house right exactly in the middle. It has to be in the middle, okay? So once I had it, I'm going to try to look over. Once I had it in the middle and these pieces were right up to the sides, right up to there without crossing over, everything's lined up. You can see I took a pencil and traced where these go. Once you have it lined up, just take a pencil and trace it, and that should work. So then, as long as we did that, the next, and I did print it on the back side with Amy's, one of her plainer prints, the kind we used, the print that we used on the inside of the journal. So it's not plain white. You want it to blend in, okay? So what I'm going to do then, and you always make sure, don't even trust your pencil lines. Just look at your eye and make sure. And you can do you can do one side at a time. We can glue one side along there, making sure that is, I'm going to say, you could probably use glue stick, but then we can't move it around till it dries. The other thing I can tell you, you could probably use fabric tack too, but once again, it has to dry. So what I'm going to use, now that I'm thinking about it, is I'm going to reach for my double-sided tape. I have some double-sided tape here. And this way, the only problem is once you stick it down, it's stuck. There's no wiggle room. So but you can move it around right away. I have this thicker one. That's going to be too thick. Let me get my thinner one. If you have a tape runner, like if you make cards and things and you have a tape runner, you can use that. Or I have this double-sided tape. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on both of these creases. And I hope this is going to turn out good. So then we can continue. And this is going to work. So I'm going to put it up right to the, like right below the crease line. And I'm going to cut it here, right there, like this. Okay, see how I did that? Like that. Yeah. And then let me trim this curve off here. It really is, it's easy. I mean, you know, it's just take your time, go slow and take your time. That's all I can tell you. So we're going to line this one up here like that. And I'm thinking, because this one's not as wide as the bottom part of this. You see how I have this here? So I'm almost thinking of putting another layer, but especially because it's going to be used, you know, open and close. I mean, how could you not play with it, right? So, all right, so let's just work on one side here. You can always sneak in some glue though as well. You can always sneak some glue in, or should we put another row? And I do have a thinner row too I could use. Let me see if I could reach it. I have a thinner one, so maybe I could just do a thinner row, and then I'll be happy, I think. So I'm just gonna cover that rest of it here with the thinner row. Okay, so you can make a couple rows of glue. It's not a big deal, but I think it's important to you know, have that all the way down to the very end. Let me peel that off, and I'll get on the other side. I know I'm a little nervous doing this on camera, because if it doesn't turn out, you're going to laugh at me, right? And then I'm going to be so sad that I did this. But no, it's going to work. I have complete confidence in myself. And I know you do too. Oh my goodness. So I'm staying in crafting because it's really hot outside, as we all know, because we're all going through it, right? Oh my goodness, this weather is crazy. But we're supposed to get some storms possibly tomorrow night, because a cool front for at least a couple days is going to come through. Okay, all right. I shouldn't have peeled that one off, but that's okay. Okay, moment of truth. I am actually going to flip the book around so I can see and I don't stick my head in the camera and shake the camera. So let me move it this way. All right, so I am going to carefully make sure that I'm going to, oh, can you see? You're probably in a shadow. I'm sorry, but I'm going to line these up. I'm making sure my crease is still in the middle, and I'm going to make sure my tip over here is not going to go past the page here. So I'm using my pencil mark as a guide. And so I'm first making sure the middle is the middle, and then I'm making sure that's there. Okay, I'm sticking it down. I stuck one side down, so it's not coming up. Okay, now I'm going to carefully take this end, make sure it's in the middle. You have wiggle room here a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. I think we're good. Let me just make sure. And see, by using this double stick tape, if you have it, just pressing it down and we can instantly play with it. We don't have to wait for it to dry. Even though it doesn't give you wiggle room to fool with it, I think by making the pencil marks to go, the guidelines, it helps. Okay, so when you close the book, all right, let me turn it back. I'm so excited. And it's just right there, so it's not really sticking out. But you could always trim a little bit of that, the high point of the top of the house if you need to, but try to print it smaller so then you don't have to. Okay, so you're flipping through the journal, right? Flipping, okay. Okay, and then you get to the middle, and voila, your house is standing up. So wait, let me tilt it and show you. So the house stands up. Do you see? It folds in, and then it stands up. I'm so excited. It's the little things in life that make me happy. I'm sorry, that's just how I roll. So so see how nice it looks back here. It looks good here. There's nothing, sore to the eye to look at here. It all kind of blends in. And when you're looking at it here, it's standing up nice. And then what we can do if we want, like I just love this page I picked. Can you see that? Yeah. The page I picked, so it's like the trees here and some bats. I mean, we could put something here and maybe down the road we might, but oh, I just love this. So that's the middle of the journal part, right? My hope is when we do the interactive folio part that goes in the other signature here, I'm thinking of doing another one of those, another different image, but another pop-up in this section that we're going to work on too. But that's the middle. That's the middle. I'm so excited about it. Okay, how are we doing on time? Because I'm just jibber-jabbering here. Okay, I'm going to try not to make them too long. So anyway, we're going to work in this, and I'll come back. I'm going to hopefully get some videos done before the week starts. So I just wanted to do one little page in here. Look at, okay, I won't play with it anymore. I'll play with it off camera, okay? Okay, this page here, this room, made me think of, where's that girl at? Made me think of, in Amy's kit, she has a girl that's sitting. She has her in different sizes. If you look at, I don't know if you could see on the camera, but she's sitting. And I thought, ooh, this side, the smallest one, sits perfectly in this chair here. And so I cut her out and I gently inked around her with my scorched timber. So I want to glue her on the seat. She's sitting there, but wait for it, okay? Because I have to have, no, it's not going to work. Hold everything. Let me open this up again. Okay. All right, so we're going to get her in the seat first. Oh, really? Come on, let's go. Oh, and then I'm going to just decorate this real simple, and I'll let you go so we don't keep you too long, because I don't want to keep you too long. So I'm going to sit her down in the chair here, just like that. So there we go. Put her in the chair. She looks scared, doesn't she? Yeah. So I like to listen to paranormal stuff, excuse me, and ghost stories and blah blah blah. So I need to make some ghosts that are going to be floating through this house. Okay, so I want to freehand them. So what I did was I took some vellum. Thank you, vellum. Okay, and I just want you to cut them freehand. Like, first of all, see where you're going to put them. Like, I thought it would be fun to have one coming out this way here, and maybe one coming here. And that's why she's sitting there so scared. So all I did was take some vellum, and you could see through it, and I cut out some, like, I thought of what I wanted. So I cut it this way, so like it looks like the ghost is floating into the room. You don't need a full one. You see, like that? And we can even lower it a little bit, because it's just going to glue right up to the spine, so it looks like it's coming through. And then I wanted one coming in this way. So I just freehand cut it, and a couple didn't turn out, so I just cut it till it looks good. I don't have a pattern because they're all going to be different depending on where I'm going to put them. But this one I thought would look good here, and I love that you're using vellum, and you could see through it. You could still see the room, and all I did was take a black marker and put the two eyes on it. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think I need the eyes on it. I like the eyes on it. Yeah, right. So I thought, well, that looks cute. And, but the thing is, and they're looking at her, which I love. I love that. And I don't think I'd do anything else to this page, but I love those ghosts on there. I don't want, being vellum, I don't want to glue all around the ghost because it wouldn't look right. So what I'm thinking of doing is just putting a line of glue here only and gluing that, and then the ghost can be free to, just to be free, kind of hanging there. And on this one here, I thought it'd be just good to put some glue along the side here only to the edge of the page, and then this one would be free. That is my idea. I think it'll be better because I don't want to put glue all around it. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if this is gonna work, because whether you put glue or not, you're gonna see it, I think. Let me just see if this is gonna work. Let me get here. Let's just put some on this page here, just as a sample to see what it looks like if we were to put some on here. So if we were to put even a half of this strip on there, if we were to put vellum on those edges of the ghost and we pulled it off, I mean, you would see it a little bit, but I think it's better than glue because the glue will warp it. So I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to do it. Plus, even though I have this 1/4 inch, I wonder, I could probably cut it in half even and make it like an 1/8 inch. So I'm going to do it. I'll do it. Oh, you know what I did after I cut the ghost? I'd say this already. I gently inked it with black soot just to give it, they stand out a little more. So, okay. So let's just try this. I'm thinking this is going to be just fine. So I'm going to take this strip, I'm going to just carefully cut it in half to make it even thinner. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's not. I'm going to put it here on this one here along the straight edge. Let me put it down here. Line it up. And I think it's going to be fine. If I can line it up, if I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so there's that. And then let me cut off the excess. Like that. But I love these ghosts. So, and then we're going to just pull the paper off. And I'm going to see where I'm going to put them. And I think Should I put them down here more? I think I was putting them right. I think I'll put them right there. Okay, so lining it up. Oh, lining it up. I'm trying to line it up. Oh, I ripped my page. Hold on. There we go. Well, you can see it a little, but I'm okay. I can live with that, I think, because I'd rather do that instead of glue. So let me get this other piece here and line it up on this edge. I can live with that little bit. I'm not really noticing that. I'm more interested in what's going on the page. So, but if you have a better idea, you know, kudos, but I'm trying to think of what would be the best solution that doesn't wrinkle or warp the vellum. All right, let me get this paper off and we'll get him on. Okay, so this one's going to go up here, I think, and I want to get it into here. Okay, there. All right, yeah, you see it, but do you see how they're, okay, this is what I'm liking. This is what I'm liking. Do you see the ghost is floating? The ghosts, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the ghosts have dimension. They are floating. They're not stuck down to the page, and I love that. So I'm okay with that. And she's glued on, so she's good. And these ghosts, they are popping off the page here, and I'm loving it. Can you see it? Can you see them? Okay, I'm going to show you one more time. I promise, one more time. And then I'm going to go and we'll wait for the next video, okay? All right, so we're going to open the page. Voila! Boo, 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 boo. I'm such a kid. There it is. I hope I explained that good to you, friends. Let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, this is starting to feel good, and it's going to get a little bit chunky, and I can't wait to show you the folio part that goes on the other side here. But right now, we are cooking. We are cooking here. So thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.